Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. So, today I'm going to be reviewing this Christian based film called Life to Choose. It was sent in by Jay Ashton. Jay Ashton is an actor who played a part on A Life to Choose. I'm going to have him over on the show at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday to talk about his acting career, talk about his directing career, and also his production as well, because he does have a production studio. And also, too, I want to talk about his producing career as well. So, but tonight we're going to be talking about A Life to Choose. And I can't wait to dive into this. I really enjoy this Christian based film. So let's do it. And hello, movie lovers, and welcome to the show. Like I said, I'm going to be reviewing A Life to Choose. This is a non spoiler review, so you don't have to worry about spoilers in this review at all. So, if you're worried about the runtime here, because it's a 2 hour, 5 minute Christian based movie, you don't even have to worry about that at all because of the fact that it does have some slow pacing, but you don't even feel the slow pacing at all because that's basically character setup to get you set up for the rest of the movie. And once you wind up having that character development, it just goes straight on into the movie. You don't even have to worry about anything. It knows its identity. It knows its target audience. It is not a misidentification of identity of what this movie is. That's something that I really enjoy about it. But also, too, the 2 hour, 5 minute runtime is something that I feel like is needed for this. Otherwise, I just feel like it's rushed and a kind of like a paint by the numbers kind of movie. This does not feel like a paint by the numbers kind of movie at all. This has a moral. It has a story. It has these building blocks to actually develop characters, which is something I really like. And like I said, you can go ahead and watch this on YouTube for free. And you can pause it, cook, do whatever, and come back to it anytime you want. And matter of fact, you can actually check that movie out by clicking the link below in the description. But let me give you a little bit of a synopsis of what A Life to Choose is about. So basically, you have this young kid named Joshua. He's a biracial young teenager who's trying to search for his father's past. And also, while he's also uncovering stuff within his family and things like that, he's uncovering a dark secret to his family's tree. And also, too, Josh also interrupts a criminal organization while trying to mend a rift between him and his brother, which I think is really great. And so basically, you have Joshua Ashton who plays Big C. Big C is the gangster who's selling these drugs on the street. While also too, you also have Joshua who just came into town because of the fact that he's trying to figure out who his parents are. Why was he just left at this rich people's house, and why was he only there with his father and not his mother? He's trying to figure that out. He's also trying to figure out if he if the stories that that family is telling him is even true. And once he gets to the door, once you wind up finding out that what happened to his mother was based off of racial issues because of the fact that she's actually a woman of color, and because she's a woman of color, these white people did not like her at all because of based off of her skin. So therefore, they pretty much exonated her out, and they wound up having the full custody of Josh, and that's how he was actually separated from him and his mother. But underneath that and stuff like that, he's also trying to discover who his mother is and the type of woman that she is, and trying to discover the who his uncle is, her brother. And I definitely have to say that stuff is very touching because of the fact that his mother's a Christian woman. He was not brought up in a Christian home at all. And he's also got money because of the fact his father was also a sports agent. That's also another thing in this movie as well. So you have some building blocks in the very beginning of who his father is. This family does not have a lot of money. This family is actually struggling just to make ends meet. But you don't have to be rich to have family, in my opinion. You can be rich and be faithful to God, and also be able to be rich just by having your own by having family. That's how I view it. But also too, you also are Josh is also having to figure out who his brother is, who's this character named Jimmy. Jimmy does not want anything to do with his brother. or anything like that. And let me just point this out, okay? Josh looks like he's Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So he has that Carlton look. And then you also have his brother who looks like Will Smith, who has this Will Smith kind of vibe about him where he comes from the streets. And he doesn't want anything to do with Josh whenever he first comes in. And Josh is trying to mend things together to where he can have that brother relationship. And the character building, these what these actors are doing, you can actually feel the chemistry between these two characters and these two actors to the point where it's actually believable on screen as you're watching it. I really have to say that I believe that Brian Johnson and Myrick Mitchell are brothers when it comes down to their characters on screen, and they do a fantastic job at bringing that out. And then you also have this other character named Kenny. Kenny is selling drugs on the streets, and Josh is trying to do everything he can to try and save Kenny from his own self because he sees that Kenny is talented in sports and he's wasting his time by selling drugs. But while that's going on, you wind up meeting Big C. Big C is the most dangerous character in this movie. He's only in it like maybe 3 or 4 scenes, but when he's on screen, he delivers. He like overpowers this movie and gives you that whole entire conflict of like this danger for Josh and wondering what's going to happen to Josh, what's going to happen to Kenny, because of the fact that you have this drug lord controlling the streets and wanting Kenny to work these streets. And if anything were to happen to where Kenny's off those streets, Big C is going to basically cap him. And Josh delivers in this movie. I'm going to be honest with you. Jay Ashton delivers when it comes down to that. I actually felt like he was menacing. I felt like he was a threat in this movie. I felt like I was endangered from my own life, but still, I thought that he was really gritty. He brought out that whole entire mafioso kind of flavor to it. But underneath the surface of it all, it's about choices that you make in life and how those choices dictate who you are to become from a young man to a man. And if you make the wrong choices, you're going to be the one who winds up either dying on the streets because you're selling drugs to Big C, or you're going to be the person like Josh is, who's saved by Christ, who is trying to see and look out for his friend and try to do the right thing. So you had that going on too. And I love the whole entire conversation between Angela, his mother, when Josh winds up asking, well, what happened? And then she starts explaining to him in great detail about the things that happened and why he had to live with um, his father and why she wasn't able to take care of him. And I'm not going to get into details with that. But man, this movie will tug at your heart. This movie will speak to you in volumes. This movie, to me, is just a great, fantastic film that I really thoroughly enjoyed and will stick with you throughout your days and weeks of work. Or if you're just laying around, not doing anything, and just happen to think about a certain moment in the movie, it'll actually hit you because it hit me in that kind of way as well. But yeah, I enjoy this film. I think it's a fantastic film. You're definitely going to enjoy this. So check out that film. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below once you wind up watching this, because here's the thing. I'm a Christian as well, and to be able to see what they're doing here and knowing that there's a safe place for family to come together to watch movies like this is a fantastic thing. So, tell me in the comments, did you like this movie? If you didn't like this movie, tell me in the comments what you didn't like as well. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. And always until next time, guys. Bye bye.